Monroe traffic, 12 Whiskey is on left downwind for runway 13. One two Whiskey on left base for runway 3.
Traffic, Grumman Wax, Hope, short of 3, for departure at Monroe.
Yeah, I think the guy's right down there getting ready to take off, so if he'll go on and get out of the way, we won't be a problem for him.
I don't think he's moving.
Go ahead and tell him you're on fire.
12 Whiskey on final for runway 3. Monroe traffic.
See where our speed is right now. We've got about 80 knots or so we can slow up a little bit if you want to.
Yeah.
That'll make the last part of the final a little more gradual.
And are we going to do a go around?
Yeah, let's do a go around. Let's just get down there real close and then do, just ease in your full power.
Yep.
And then just gradually establish a climb without touching down. Just hold it off. Now start easing your power in. There you go. And then go to full power. Because remember, we still got full flaps in there, so we need everything we can get. Now we've got our positive rate, so we can bring our flaps up one click at a time. If you're down there 6 inches off and you pull your flaps up, yeah, you'll drop down to the runway. And it's just, essentially the same as a landing in reverse, because when we come in, we're gradually getting more and more drag and slower until we touch down.
Yeah.
And then with a go around, we've got all the drag to begin with, then we add the full power and then gradually reduce our drag as we climb. All right, let's do another one if you want, and then we can go do one at Winder.
Yep.
Okay. That guy didn't say anything about what he was up to, did he?
I don't see him down on the runway either.
My guess is he was going to leave the area. When we get midfield, let's switch tanks, and then we'll be done with that.
All right.
Chopper 6 South Echo, 5 miles north, transitioning southbound, 1000 first.
Monroe traffic 12 Whiskey is on left downwind for runway 3.
Have we been to Athens?
No.
We've actually got time if you want to. We can do touch and go here, go to Athens and do a landing, and then go to Winder and land, and then go to back to Lawrenceville.
Works for me.
We'll give you another airport that you've been to.
Yep. 12 Whiskey on left base for runway 3, Monroe traffic.
Athens is almost like Gwinnett. It's Delta Airspace with a tower and an ATIS broadcast. And then usually over there, I think they'll use runway 9 and 27. So 9 will probably be the one. Now we're looking better than ever. Our airspeed is a little more manageable now. We're not quite as fast on base, so that'll be good for final. If we're somewhere just under 80 on final, that's probably a little better than above 80.
Yeah. Two Whiskey on final for runway 3, Monroe traffic.
That's good. Good instinctive reaction there. Felt yourself losing altitude a little bit and slowing a little bit, so add a little power, hold the nose up. Then you get closer, then you can ease it back out.
Yep.
So now your airspeed is pretty high, so you can start easing the power out. And then just keeping the nose right where it is will help you bleed that off some. That's it. Nice and easy. Just make sure we've got directional control before we do anything. So yeah, that's right. It's always easier when you reduce the power. Now we'll go ahead back to takeoff flaps. Takeoff flaps. Okay, and get all the power in. Just try to remember, almost at the point of touching down, that's when you try to remember to go to all idle power.
Okay, that's right.
Now Athens is almost runway heading from here. It'll be just a little bit of a right turn. Like about 042 or so, or about maybe 060. They've got a crossing runway over there, 02 and 20, but they've been in the recent past. They've been working on that runway and repaving it and stuff. So I don't know if it's open yet, but they'll tell us which one they want when we get to within 10 miles and call them. So let's see. 132.87 is their ATIS. Yeah, we can go to it if you want to, and their tower's 126.3.
Celsius. Altimeter 3018. Remarks. Density altitude 1,700.
Is it 126 or 136?
Airborne. Automated.
Is it 126 or 136?
126.3. Yeah, this altitude is good enough from Monroe to Athens. There's not any real tall towers over this way.
Altimeter 3018. Remarks. Density altitude 1,700. Athens, Ben Epps Airport. Automated weather observation 1251 Zulu. Wind 050 at 06. Visibility 10. Sky condition few 900. Broken 5,500. Overcast 7,000. Temperature 23 Celsius. Dew point 20 Celsius. Altimeter 3018. Remarks. Density altitude 1,700. Athens, Ben Epps Airport. Automated weather observation 1251 Zulu.
But is that their AWAS or ATIS?
It's, I think it's an ATIS. They don't necessarily code their ATIS, so that's why it sounds different.
But like, there's not going to be like information kilo or information whatever.
No, you can just tell them you have the ATIS information. So it'll be like, you know, Athens Tower, Piper 6412 Whiskey, 10 miles south west with the current weather. And let's see, right now we're 14 miles. What were his winds over there?
They were 050 at 6.
Yeah, so runway 9 probably will be the runway, unless they ask us to land on runway 2. So if he gives us runway 9, we're not too, you know, it'll be an easy, well, he might give us base, make right base to runway 9, but we'll see what they say. We can bring up the runways here on this little. He might make us do a straight in for runway 9, maneuver for a straight in for runway 9, or make a left base for runway 2. Since we're kind of, you know, coming from in between those two.
Yeah.
Okay, we're already to 11 miles, so not far from time to call them. Back to the left just a little, maybe about on this one. About 070 ought to do it. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there.
All right. What are we about 10?
I wish the numbers wouldn't disappear on this thing when you zoom it. All right, we're 10.7 out.
We're 10 miles to the southwest.
Yep.
Runway 9 via Alpha.
There's somebody using runway 9. So we're 10 miles southwest with the weather information.
What was that?
And we can be inbound for a touch and go.
All right.
Athens Tower.
Athens Tower, Piper 6412 Whiskey is 10 miles to the southwest with current information, requesting touch and go.
Piper 6412 Whiskey, Athens Tower, make straight in, runway 9. Wind 0506, altimeter 3017.
6412 Whiskey, straight in on runway 9.
Very good. Okay, looking good.
I think, is that it right up there?
Yeah, just a little bit to the right of the nose, there's a clearing up there, just under the...
I'm gonna go left just a little bit. So.
Okay, good. Yeah, there we are. And there's the extended center line of runway 9 right there.
Yep. We don't have to report 3 miles or anything like that.
No, he just said that's what he told us to do, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, we've got our tank where we want it. And everything should look the same. Our instruments are normal. Radios are all set. Carb beat won't be needed, and we've got our pump on. Mixture's rich. Belts are fastened and lights are lit. We're all good to go for the straight in runway 9 Athens touch and go. And Athens is 800 feet above sea level, so 1900 will be fine for pattern altitude.
All right, we're right about there.
Okay. As I remember, runway 9 has a little bit of an upslope.
Tower, Skyline 599, Charlie Pop, holding short, runway 9 right.
Skyline 599, Charlie Papa, Athens Tower, runway 9er, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway heading, runway 9.
Oh, is that it? The Sanford Stadium?
Yep, right ahead. Should be right ahead.
Okay. Cool. I used to play for Georgia Tech, so I've played down there a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Got 2 wins down in that stadium.